Hello, so I imagine that you clicked on this video because you're scrolling through YouTube, procrastinating, trying to find a way to not procrastinate. I have been there too, and I have done those videos, so that's why I decided to make my own video. So welcome to my first video on YouTube. I've never made one before, but my name's Makayla, and I'm really into academics, which I realize sounds super nerdy as I say it out loud. So first I just want to say that the following tips that I'm about to give, they may not work for everyone, they might work for you, so pick and choose from this list. It's just what I find personally helps me get homework done and procrastinate less and be more motivated. Okay, so here we go. Number one is to write it down. That's what I also did with this video. I wrote it all down so I wouldn't forget. It's easier to procrastinate when you have 1,000 ideas bouncing around in your head. So I really recommend writing down everything that you have to do before you do it. The reason for this is because it seems more daunting, honestly, when you are trying to keep track in your head what you have to do and you're not really sure. Though I use a planner personally, honestly, a lot of people don't like using them, so just as long as you're writing it down, whether it's on like a piece of paper or typing it into notes on your phone, as long as you're getting it down, that works. This way, anything that you're not doing currently, you can just put on the back burner and completely forget about it. So that's why this makes everything about doing homework so much less stressful. If you're pressed for time, you can also estimate how long each activity is going to take and write it down next to the activity. So if you're a very organized person, this might also help you. But I mean, if you're less into that strict organization, you might not like that. But yeah, that's another thing I do. Number two, start with the hardest activity on your list, which sounds very intimidating, I'm sure, but also one of the hardest things about doing homework is being stressed about other homework. So if you get that hardest activity done first, it's going to be so much easier from there. Number three, utilize any small breaks during the day that you have, whether it's on the bus or when you're in the lunchroom and you've finished lunch and you have 5 minutes before the next class starts. Do your homework then, which is hard sometimes because like you need to take out the papers and it's not easy to get started, but all those small chunks during the day add up, and oftentimes I can get a whole class's worth done of homework if I use a ton of 5 and 10 minute slots throughout the day. So really utilize this time. It can be really effective. By the end of the day, you'll have maybe one more thing checked off your list, and even if you don't, at least you've made a dent in something that needs to be done. Number four, make a designated study area. This is one that many people have said. It's all over the internet when you Google how to procrastinate less. To like have a desk or just somewhere specific that you can study without distractions. There's a reason that people always say this one, because as good as your intentions are, if you're in the living room, the TV or your pet or your family, something is going to distract you, I guarantee it. Lots of people say not to do your homework on your bed. I disagree. I think it's awesome. Do your homework on your bed because it's comfortable, and when I'm comfortable, I get things done. So yeah, do your homework on your bed if you want. Do it at your desk. Make sure that you have everything with you that you need prior to starting, so you're not having to run around getting everything while you're doing your homework, whether it's a calculator, pencils, your planner. Just get it all with you. Number five is music, and music is very nebulous for studying because there are some people who need it, there are some people who swear that they cannot do one single thing while listening to music. So first, I would recommend at least have earbuds with you, because even if you're not going to listen to music, you still can put in your earbuds, then people are less likely to talk to you. And also it helps you to tune out everything that's around. So at least have earbuds even if you're not going to listen to music. If you do listen to music though, I recommend not listening to music with words. Even if you usually do and it's helping you, I mean, it's just hard to if your brain's processing words in the music, then you can't process what you're reading or numbers that you're doing out for math. I personally love listening to soundtracks and classical music. Even then though, sometimes if there are a lot of scales or if there's a quick tempo, it's still hard to focus. So white noise, that's awesome for studying because, I mean, some people like just fuzzy white noise. I personally listen to like ocean ambiance or rain. Then your brain has something to listen to, but you don't have to be actively processing what you're listening to. Number six is to take breaks. Obviously, homework is important, but so is mental health. And if you are running from activity to activity doing homework every hour of the day, you're going to get burnt out. Trust me. So take breaks. A lot of people say to do your homework as soon as you get home from school, so that you get it done. I don't think that that's a good idea, because if you've been at school all day, then when you get home you deserve a break. So, I mean, unless you have like hours and hours of homework, then you probably should start when you get home. But otherwise, don't. Don't say to yourself, oh, after an hour I can do 15-minute break. Or after 2 hours I'll take a 30-minute break. Instead, do it like, I'm going to check off this from my list, then I'll take a break. Or I'll get these 2 activities done on my list, and then I'll take a 30-minute break. Because then you're not going to feel guilty while you're taking your break. You'll feel accomplished, like you've gotten something done, and that'll make you more motivated long term because you won't be as stressed. Number 7. So plan ahead. Write down everything that's going to be in the upcoming week. So if you have a huge DNA model due next week and you have an English final coming up, make sure you're doing more homework now, because next week you're going to need more free time. Even short term, if you know you have a track meet after school, do your homework in the morning. As painful as that sounds and disgusting as it is, if you get it done in the morning, then you're not stressed at your track meet thinking, what, I'm going to have to be staying up late doing this homework. A major trap of procrastination is seeing a due date that's 2 weeks ahead and saying, okay, I have lots of time to do this. If the due date is in 2 weeks, get it done now, because then the next 2 weeks are just going to be so much less stressful. So the last tip, number 8, stay clean and organized. This does not mean that you need to color code and stuff, because a lot of people, that does not work for them and that just stresses them out. Honestly, organized chaos is perfectly fine. As long as you know where your stuff is, I call that good. My car is so messy. I have everything in there that I might possibly need, but I know where it is, so I feel good about it. And it helps me. I mean, color code if you can, and if that helps you, but don't worry about it if you're not. Just as long as you can locate all your stuff, that's perfect. Also, even keep yourself clean, because if I am wearing a hoodie that's a couple days old and I feel dirty, I'm just not as motivated. So if you shower before getting all your homework done, I mean, this might just be a personal thing for me, but like, it helps me get my stuff done. So feel clean, feel good about yourself. Just feel good about yourself when you're doing your homework, and you're going to get a lot more done. So, to recap, number 1, write it down. Number 2, start with the hardest activity and then go to the easiest activity as you work. Number 3, utilize your time throughout the day. Number 4, make a designated study area. Number 5, use earbuds, white noise, music, whatever works for you, but just kind of so you can tune everything else out. Take breaks. Number 7, plan ahead. And number 8, just feel good about yourself. Honestly, that's a huge way to feel less stressed, and when you're less stressed, you're going to get more done. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this list helped you, even just a little bit. I'm going to be uploading on Sundays more academic content, so if you liked this, please subscribe for more. Like this video if you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you thought. All that good stuff. Thanks for watching.